Hato pimut banto ika need exam mentau senam ke Emmanuel Kuching Academy ke Aiching Hikai nak benta kitu ki bapen kre ya ka need exam. Ni penbiang ya ki materials ki sample papers bat kiwe de. Bantuk company phone hakini ki number ni 1 mi sha office.
Usambut Menteri Rangba ubadi kimi ia katanat penroi sor uba sngaw balang dhar ula pentip banadu usnam arajar khatsaw sanspa chotli ki self help group lathaw haki Jaka sor hak jylla hapo ga din dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Urban Livelihood Mission bat saupui tili ki SHG ki dei ki baklam Treikam yakani Menteri ula pentip habu jubab ya jingkali ke bala wanra du MLA ke VPP na North Shillong uba Albert nongrum haba jubab susu uba sngaw balang dhar ula ong ba chipo hajal ajing era bansdang ya ki SHG hagi Jaka sor ki badon hagi jylla pat ka sorkar kala kerparlu ya ki SHG baklam Treikam bakin pin imbiang yaki haba pentip Menteri ulang baka pisa kapala ai bansdang ya ki SHG kaya pher hasor bat hanong kendong namar pa hanong kendong ke jingera pisa ka sedang ya ki SHG kalong hajar sanspa tingka haba penchai susu halo ke rukom ai pisa Menteri Rangba konrat ki sangma ulang baka NULM bat ka NRLM kidai ki skim jo ka sokar preng bat kadai ka ju ka dor kumbalamang ha boro ka wei ka ri lamang ru po Meghalaya bat nong kendong ka NRLM lamang kumju kumbalamang ha boro ka wei ka ri India.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to star question number 74. A, sir, since 2014, 510 SSG have been formed and registered in the urban areas of Meghalaya under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Urban Livelihood Missions, the NULMs. B, sir, 41 SSG are non-functional. C, sir, an amount of 10,000 is provided as a start-up fund in the form of revolving funds as per SSG under the NULM.
Yeah, there's supplementary.
Yes. Very thank you to you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I would like to know my supplementary to the reply B. May I know what is the reason, in spite of this crisis of unemployment, why this figure 41, 41 group, self-help group are non-functional? May I know the reason, sir?
Mr. Speaker, sir, the reason is that because they are inactive due to the inactiveness of the groups, investor groups, and we from department, we are still making awareness for them, request them to reactivate again. So presently they are not active, so we are requesting them to make it active again. It's because of their reason, not from the government side.
So the second supplementary, may I know from Honorable Minister through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, whether this amount sanctioned in the urban self-help group is the same with the rural self-help group?
Mr. Speaker, sir, it's not the same. In urban, we give 10,000 rupees. So this rural is not pertaining to urban, so but it's not the same. It seems maybe 2,500 or something for the rural. So I'm not very sure. I'm not very sure because deal with the CNRD department. But for urban, it's 10,000 as a startup funds, revolving funds, and for rural, it seems 2,500 something, more or less.
Mr. Speaker, sir, as per my knowledge, why there is a disparity between these two in the same state, although we belong? As per information, just to share in this Agos house, compare the rural area self-help group. Startup rupees 2,500, revolving fund rupees 10,000. Number 3, CIF means Community Investment Fund, that is 1,10,000. So whereas comparing with the urban self-help group, they are getting only 10,000. I will not accept what the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister mentioned that it is not the fault from the government, it is the fault from the SHA group. May I get a clarification?
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to inform the honorable member. Yes, it's a fact 10,000 is too less, but we had proposed enhancement to the government only, and in fact they are approved now from 10,000. They had enhanced to 25,000 from this 2024. So no more 10,000 now. It's increased to 25,000.
I don't know whether to accept or not, because because what the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister had make a stand verbally that they will be increasing another 25,000. But in the in this reply, paper, so it appears here 10,000. To whom to? Which one to take?
Mr. Speaker, sir, it's very simple, actually. There's not much complication. Sir, both the NULM as well as the NRLM are central schemes. These schemes are not state government schemes. It's the same amount that is given throughout the country. So the amount of 10,000 was decided by Government of India. And similarly for NRLM also, the same amount which is being given in Meghalaya is what being given in the rest of the country. So number one fact is that it is not a Meghalaya government scheme, it's a central government scheme. So we are not deciding the amounts. Number two, as mentioned by Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, that since we all felt, not just Meghalaya, the whole country felt that the amount was too less, we have written to Government of India requesting, and the information has come to us that the enhancement is being done. So that is what it is. So we're waiting for the official sanction, but as of now, we're receiving only 10,000, but we have been informed that it will now be increased to 25,000. So it's very simple, sir. There's no confusion in the facts.
Okay. Some more supplementary, Mr. Speaker, sir. As we know the fact that we have heard that the government have planned to estimate multi-dimensional poverty by empower women to become lakpatis, didis, which I will quote our Honorable Chief Minister had mentioned this, which means a woman should earn minimum of rupees 1 lakh annually. Just a matter of 10,000. Do you think that they will come lakpatis? I don't believe. So, as what I'm reminding myself, that poverty is not that we cannot provide the poor, but it is because we cannot satisfy the rich. May I translate in Khasi? Kajing duk kamdei namar kajing bamla ban penbiang ya kibaduk. Henry kadei namar kajing bamla ban penhon ya kibaruspa. May I get clarification, sir?
Sir, since this is a question that is beyond the urban area, sir, we have basically the Lakpati Didi program again is a program that has been promoted by the Honorable Prime Minister. And if you look at the rural areas where we have been really working very hard, we have been able to create thousands and thousands of Lakpati Didis in the last 6 years. So it is actually happening. So it's not just for the sake of saying. I will give the exact numbers, sir. I don't have it right now with me, but I will share it maybe whenever I get an opportunity and when I get the information. But there are thousands, if not lakhs, of Lakpati Didis as we speak. And we are going to have more of them, sir. So number two, just to give an idea to the honorable members, the process of organizing the self-help groups is slightly more easier in the rural areas, because in the rural areas, a community-based kind of environment is available. In the urban areas, though they may be in a locality or they may be connected with each other, the urban areas are quite busy. And so the process of actually, at the end of the day, bringing them together and making them work together as a self-help group it's more difficult, I should say, sir. Therefore, the way with which the self-help group has gone up in the rural areas, we were not able to replicate it in the urban areas. Also because of the fact that the amount given by Government of India was too less. But having said that, sir, what is important, seeing the gap in the entire process, all the programs and schemes that have been adopted by Government of Meghalaya, for example, the food processing units that we've put up, they are run by these self-help groups. Whether it's a CM Elevate program, wherever they apply, we are supporting them. Wherever from tourism, if homestays are there through the self-help groups, we are supporting them. So whatever we get from Government of India is at one level, which is the norm throughout the country. Realizing that these amounts are not enough, we have now dovetailed it with the schemes of Government of Meghalaya, whether it's through tourism, whether through food processing, whether through CM Elevate, whether through Prime, and so on and so forth. And we are trying to ensure that we are able to create more and more opportunities. Are we satisfied? So we are not. There's so much more to be done, but I think we've made a great step ahead, and we will definitely explore more possibilities that in urban areas also, more and more women's self-help groups are promoting the future.
Honorable
Should be your last question.
Speaker, sir. Let me remind the House that it is a crisis of unemployment. Our beloved youth are desperate and frustrated because of lack of an opportunity. No doubt, if we talk about government job, it is already saturated all across the country. And if we talk about the migration from rural to urban, it was huge. Why? There must be a reason. And I do hope the present government should do a proper homework so that we can uplift our state and avoid unnecessary problem arises be it in our educated youth, as we always instructed them, reminding them that do not satisfy just because you are obtain a degree. You are not supposed to be satisfied with a job, being a job seeker, but you must be a job provider or a job creator. So I would like to put a last supplementary to Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, that whether the government of the day are mean business. Business mean serious, not other business. So I just like to know whether you really mean business to enhance this assistance to our beloved SHG. Because with this amount 10,000, it will not be enough.
Mr. Speaker, sir, again, as I said, because the honorable member has talked about overall employment and things, so I take this opportunity to reply to this. So number one point, as mentioned by Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, within the scope of the NULM, which is a scheme by Government of India, the request to enhance it has been sent, and Government of India has given a favorable response. So we do expect that amount to go up. Number two, sir, the scope of supporting the SHGs is not limited only to NULM or NRLM, but we use this institutional network and setup that we have to be able to then give more schemes to them through the government schemes, like, as I said, CM Elevate or the food processing or mission mode programs. Because, as I said, self-help group system and structure is more of an institutional setup. And now we can funnel the resources and schemes through this system and do much more than what the original NRLM and NNUM is supposed to do. So that's number two, sir, that we will dovetail it. We are doing it. We will further dovetail to ensure that more and more of the schemes are then given through these different self-help groups. Third point, sir, yesterday I gave a very exhaustive reply, wherein about close to about 8 or 9 slides, and my entire presentation yesterday on the budget debate was based around unemployment. Realizing that unemployment is the key issue and the problem for the state and for governments throughout the country. We have focused on job creation and reducing unemployment by different programs and policies which I had laid down and I explained yesterday in detail. And I also showed the numbers of how many jobs have been created in the last 3 to 4 years and how much we plan to create by ensuring that these activities are held. So, Honorable Member, once we can go through the presentation again, and I can show him again the details, but it's question hour, so I will refrain myself. So we are seized of the problem. I just wanted to share that. My reply yesterday was focused on unemployment. Almost 50% of my time I spent on that. And I shared exactly how we are working on each sector to resolve this unemployment issue. And of course, the NULM project is again an important one. We will increase the amount. We have asked Government of India to do it. They have agreed to do it. We should be seeing the impact, but it is not enough. So we will dovetail it with other schemes to ensure that we are able to give more help to these different self-help groups.